It's an honor to be with you today, a pleasure. And I just want to say a few words beyond addressing some of the things that you've been doing to fight oppression. My family came here from another country, as did everybody. Resistance against oppression. My name is Fred Newcomb, and I am, yes, the chairman of the World Global Human Rights Accountability Organization in the United Nations. I was saying, everyone here in this street, in this country, in this state, in this country, came from someplace else. We all share that. Going back to the 15 and the 1600s, several hundred years ago. My own family came here to a place called Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts, where the Pilgrims came in 1620. My family missed that boat, but they took the next one, which was their own. I meet the Boston Brahmins that came over on the Mayflower 10 years before my family came. They say, well, we came on the Mayflower. And I said, yes, you did, and you had to buy a ticket. My guys had their own boat because the Pilgrims came here from England to escape oppression. And then my family came too for the same reason. And forefathers of our country lived and died for freedom. And everyone comes here for that. And it's the one thing we viscerally, internally share and try to preserve. So again, on the 25th anniversary of your April incident, I'm very honored to be here because of that and that spirit. Whether it's China, the United States, or countries around the world, the celebration against tyranny and oppression and fighting it is always well-founded and deserved. Whether victims of oppression or their defenders, the natural resistance is always important in the battle of good over evil. And we must never lose that. That is inherent in our being. The great history of China is one of the major founding and building countries of the world. Okay, which we understand with its history, stands with us today here in the United States of America. As all of us citizens gathered from everywhere know the need to stand up for freedom. It's an inalienable right here. As freedom's beneficiaries, it is our responsibility to tell those who don't know and those who have forgotten they have an obligation to do that. We iconize it with our time, that being the fight for freedom, and share it with others for all time. Celebrate freedom today and always, one and all. I want to thank you and introduce Cecilia Bernstein, which Ray will do. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here with you. In case anybody missed it, the United States was formed to fight oppression from our forefathers, going back to the 1600s when they came here, revolution. So fighting oppression is something that we do. We send our soldiers, our men, our women, to fight and die for this. So we think we have a particular reason to believe in fighting oppression. And also, in case anybody also missed it, we don't have the Communist Party as our government. we have a different government that is not communism. Well, when you say they peacefully appeared, but weren't they persecuted? Right, but weren't the people who, and Falun Gong, weren't they persecuted? Weren't they killed?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, well, that's what Hitler did, okay? We don't believe in that here. Well, aren't they doing what we always do in America?
Yeah.
Seeking freedom? Isn't that what we're all about? Seeking freedom? So what's not to like? They're doing what people do all over the world, fighting freedom every day, fighting the oppression of freedom every day. Well, I think the word would be keep up the good fight. You have a personal reason based on your history from your country to do that, and so does every American who believes and fights for freedom. You're in the right place. I think it's a great idea. I think that perhaps they need to become centralized, more organized, financially stable. I think they should build funds for themselves to support what they do, because if they simply joined in the commercial capitalistic system in this country and with their charity used it to support themselves in their effort, they could even make their message broadcast even wider and more personally around the country and around the world. Well, when you say what do the international community do, I guess the question is how much of the international community is interested in something that is of Chinese origin. So I think if you want to have more support from the international world, you have to take your cause to the international world and show them and share it with them, just as you've done here.